So now, what's happening between the DMK or the Tamil Nadu government and the governor? Okay, there's so much of back and forth happening. So, what's the issue now? Is it settling down, or what is going on?
See, Tamil Nadu governor versus the government issue had always existed. Even in Jayalalitha's period with Chenna Reddy, there was a huge conflict that happened, and she tried to do all those. And then when Rosaya came, this issue got sorted out, right? Today, uh, this government, for example, on a NEET bill, right? NEET exemption, they know very well that president is not going to give an assent, and it's not a constitutional mandate that second time when this particular bill is sent by the assembly, it should be approved, because there's a concurrent list and then president can reject it any number of times. So their only recourse is going to Supreme Court. So in my opinion, governor should have rejected the first bill within days. Governor should have sent it to president within days, and then president should have rejected. So DMK would have got exposed. In my opinion, I think the BJP government in center had given a long rope for DMK to make this into a big issue. They should have forced them to go to the Supreme Court again, and then Supreme Court would have brushed aside and then said, this is no longer possible, right? So that is what TMK government, central government also should have done. Somehow, in my opinion, they missed the bus in snubbing this government's initiative. Similarly, the governor is a little bit, he is not a political governor. He is an administrative governor. He comes from the administrative background. He comes from the civil services. He has so much of old boys network. So whatever one can said and done, there may be officers who are aligned to the state government or the political parties that is governing the state. But remember one thing: it is always a camaraderie of the old boys network. That particular civil service, IPS versus IPS, they never break ties. Okay, they may have some egos, but they never break ties. So definitely that is troubling DMK government, in my opinion. The third is Tamil Nadu. While everybody said that it is a heaven on earth and all, it is still a border state. One should remember that. Like Punjab and Kashmir, Tamil Nadu also is a border state, having a border with Sri Lanka, where China is having a significant amount of influence. And there are a lot of drug abuses that is coming in, separatism mindset is coming in a lot, conversion is happening. So the governor cannot be just sitting there and then looking at everything. This is the governor who knows what is happening on the ground. This is the governor knows administration. So that is why when the previous governor was there, I think if he had continued, DMK government would not have had any problem, because he was a political appointee. So he was a politician turned governor. But
Right.
Mr. R. N. Ravi is a bureaucrat turned governor. He knows how the administration happens. He knows the rules. He knows the laws, constitution, everything in and out. So he knows he can actually make an impact. I think that is why DMK government is a little bit afraid of that situation and then creating all these conflict. This conflict will go on for next 5 years, and they will keep saying that central government should withdraw this governor, central government will ignore it, and a governor will make his own statements. He is all powerful, with his constitutional provisions and constitutional powers. He will execute that. So this rift will keep happening until otherwise central government and state government come to an understanding, and until such time this rift is going to happen. I don't think we should be worried about it, because this has happened in the past in many states. This is happening in this state, and this is going to happen in many states also in future to come. I think as long as the governor does not breach constitutional provisions, I think nobody can question him on that.
Right. And I would think, based on the experience that he brings in, he's the best person given the situation, given it's a border
Yes.
state, given the security issues
Yeah.
that are there. Okay, given his
Exactly.
background, I think he's the best person for the job. And people
Exactly.
will realize that.
Exactly. That's right.